Hello, thank you for tuning in to Natalie Levin Astrology. My name's Natalie, and I will be telling you about some of the planetary energies with which we're working on May 26th, 2020. And if you feel like you would like to know more about your personal birth chart and how these energies are affecting you personally, I invite you to reach out to me and let me know, and we can talk about setting up a session, a conversation about your chart. Right now, at this moment, the moon is in Cancer. So that is a very tender and feeling moon. It's a little quieter. The moon, our emotional world, it enjoys being in Cancer. It's a very comfortable place for it. It's actually its favorite sign. So you might feel more, excuse me, as I burp in the middle of my session, my broadcast. Cancer is comfortable with food. It loves to nurture. It loves to be nurtured. So it might be a time when you feel, it also enjoys sleep. If you're able to sleep a little more today, that might feel good. And the moon is also opposing, which is a challenging and an opportunity for transformation energy, opposing Pluto, which is death and transformation. You might feel more tenderly about souls who are leaving their bodies right now. You might feel more in tune with the fact that it is an enormous death energy for how we've been living as a species and a birth of something new. So you might be feeling that more. And we also have Jupiter across from the moon as well, expanding. So it's even more, it's expansive, it's excess, it's more feeling. So know that if your feelings and emotions are extra up right now, that you are most likely not alone. I also invite you to know that, again, there are 4 planets retrograde right now. Saturn, which is structure and structure and limits and boundaries, is retrograde. Pluto, which is death and transformation, is retrograde. Venus, which is how we love and our relationship to what we value, is retrograde. And also Jupiter, which is excess and attention to what is right and wrong and a sense of justice, is retrograde. These are paraphrases, very short ones, of the energies of these planets. So with these planets retrograde, there is a very large amount of energy up around revising, reorganizing, also reopening, because as I'm speaking right now, there are a bunch of states in this particular country, United States of America, that are opening. So that's interesting, reopening. And then we're going to have to revise how it is to be out in public right now as a species. And please keep in mind, again, I keep rubbing my eyes because I don't know, when I talk about this stuff, it makes me have to rub my eyes, that we have Pluto in Capricorn, and Pluto is the underbelly. Pluto is the energy of power, and it can be used either for high vibration or low vibration. And the low vibration is like the vermin, the underbelly, the ultra bully. So I invite you to know that that kind of energy is really coming out right now around Capricorn energy. Capricorn is government. Capricorn is structure. Capricorn is wanting to be in control and in power. So I invite you to know that that energy is coming up. There is, if you happen to watch the news or see things that are in your Facebook feed, you'll probably be seeing instances of bullying behavior. We also have Mars is in Pisces. Oh my gosh, that was a loud noise. And Mars is the planet of anger and aggression. And in Pisces, he doesn't feel so good there. He's fiery, and Pisces is like this watery ether energy on Mars. So it's like, and Mars is talking to Uranus and in Taurus, which is also not Uranus's favorite spot. So I make up that there's going to be a lot of feelings of frustrated anger, and it's going to come out sideways. People are going to be feeling really challenged in terms of having outlets, healthy outlets for their emotions. And so when this is happening for the collective, which is what I'm talking about the collective right now, not just your individual chart. I would invite you to know that people around you are probably having a lot of really big feelings of being challenged, frustrated. The system we've been in for a long time is disintegrating. And when that happens, it can feel really, people can be flailing around, not knowing what, there's a lot of groundless feeling. I don't know what the heck is going on. And that is quite uncomfortable as a human being, because as a human, we are always reaching out to find ground, to find something to hold on to. And right now there really is nothing. And this is when, again, I've talked about this before, it's a wonderful opportunity to dive into this energy of Neptune in Pisces, which is connection to what is beyond the veil. So if you do not have a conversation already with your angels, guides, trees, ice cream, I don't know, whatever feels like something, a higher power to you, I would invite you to perhaps start to cultivate that, because that can be really helpful. Again, for me, it's so helpful to remember I am a spirit having a physical experience, and my soul chose to incarnate at this time with this particular chart, astrological chart, and I am here to grow and evolve. And can I possibly choose the higher vibration of my planets in my chart as I'm being hit with these planetary energies? And they're happening in the heavens and also in our physical bodies on planet Earth. The energy of Neptune in Pisces is not only connection to spirit, but it is also boundarylessness. So the virus knows no boundaries. It doesn't matter. Honestly, I don't think it matters if we stand 6 feet apart or not. The virus is going to get to whomever it wants. And the thing that I actually think is much more important to which to pay attention is the virus of fear, the infectiousness of fear, because fear is a lower vibration of the planets, in my opinion, because if I remember to let go of death anxiety, that death is simply a vinyasa from one state of being to another, I can live in this moment, in this now, without trying to run and prepare and get ready. This is me. I invite you to remember that when I'm talking about the planetary energies, I'm seeing the astrological chart through the veil of my experience in this particular lifetime. So if it doesn't match for you, I invite you to take what you like and leave the rest. However, so what would it be like to not get infected by the fear that is really pervasive right now? Neptune, Pisces and Neptune rule the media, and there is fog and complete non-knowing of what is going on. So I truly don't find it very helpful to be watching any news right now. I think it is infecting me with unhealthy energy. And I really would invite you to check out, what is it like for you if you turn off the news for a day? Maybe you don't watch the news at all, which, if that's the case, I'm so happy for you. We also are having a very tense aspect for all of us of the nodes, which are our collective consciousness, our collective life mission, having just moved from Cancer, which is cozy and comfort, into Gemini, which is much more fast moving, a lot of movement in the mind, a lot of data just coming in. So it's so much. And Mercury is about to, Mercury, which is how our minds work, how we think, how we communicate, is about to become cojoined with the nodes. It actually is pretty close right now. So it's really a lot of information coming into our mental space. What can you do? What can I do to quiet that down? I have found that getting more physically into my body has been really helpful. For me, it's been yoga. When I'm able to create that space, and when my partner is able to help me create that space. We have a 4-year-old, so that's really challenging. And I wonder is there some way for you to do that, to create, because Mars is the athlete, and Mars in Pisces. Pisces is spirituality. Maybe you can physicalize your connection to spirit by doing some sort of a physical movement. This is something that my astrologer friend and brilliant mentor Jennifer Heron Fox suggested. Like, physicalize your spirit with Mars in Pisces. I wonder how what I've said lands with you. I'm really glad you're incarnate with me. Thank you so much. Again, if you feel like you'd like to check in and see how these astrological energies are hitting your chart, I invite you to reach out to me. And if you feel so moved, you may like or subscribe to this if it's on YouTube, or share. I'm so thrilled you exist. Thank you so much again for choosing to incarnate with me. And I hope you take amazing care of your beautiful, precious self. Okay, bye-bye.